Christina Hill, and this is the Own Your Crap podcast. In my early 30s, I found myself in a dangerous downward spiral of depression and misery, and I truly thought my life was over. Until an amazing teacher told me that the secret to my healing was to own my crap. Literally own it. Accept it for what it is and move forward from there. And I can honestly say that from that day on, everything in my life changed. So I'm here to help you, inspire you, and guide you so that you too can own your crap and live your best fucking life. Each week, I want to take you on a journey that helps you figure out a path that works for you. A path to change, nurture, and develop what I consider to be the pillars of a happy and successful life. Your mental health, your physical health, and your financial health. As well as stories, tips, and tricks from my own life, I want to share with you some nuggets of gold from some of the most amazing special guests. I'm super grateful for you joining me on this journey. And if you like what you hear, or if you know someone who could benefit from this, then please share, like, and follow this podcast. It really helps get the message to people who need it. Now, get ready to own your crap. Hey there, amazing souls, and welcome back to another episode of the Own Your Crap podcast, where we get to unpack the layers of life to empower you to own your crap, carry it lightly, and actually use it in a way that you can live your best fucking life. So today, I want you to imagine all of the dreams, the aspirations, the visions you have for your life, how incredible it will be, just how freaking awesome it's going to be. And then ask you, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you living that life? Well, I can tell you why. It's the dirty little hurdle of procrastination. And it's that voice in the back of your mind going, why start now when you can do it later? Oh, God, there's heaps of time. We don't have to do anything now. And believe me, I am certainly not immune to procrastination. In fact, just last week, I procrastinated so badly on recording this actual podcast that it was Wednesday night and I still hadn't done it. And I'd had a super emotional week with things going on with the family. So I'd put off recording the episode. And then before I knew it, it was Wednesday night. Podcast goes out Thursday morning. I had to record something. Because I'd made a promise to myself. This is a non-negotiable. I will do an episode every single week. So there I was on Wednesday night, like about 8 p.m. on Wednesday night, putting something together, just figuring out what could I do. So firstly, I apologise for what I consider to be poor quality last week. I'd let myself down and I'd let you guys down. But that's what happens when you put things off to the last minute. And your work isn't up to the best standards. And then you get pummeled with the guilt of knowing that you created this situation for yourself. If only you'd done it earlier. So, yes, I'm sorry about that. You deserve better. I deserve better. So here I am, fully prepared to deliver this week's podcast without any procrastination going on at all. I've got notes. I'm organised. So let's go. But let's step back a little bit to understand how and why this happens. And there are so many reasons / excuses we tell ourselves that we don't need to do something now. Let's just put it off. We're fear of failure. We're worried about looking like an idiot. What will other people say? You tell yourself you've got plenty of time. And even just the overwhelming uncertainty of doing it stops us in our tracks. But the thing is, if you continually wait for the perfect moment to do something, start something, whatever it is, you will wait forever, absolutely forever. The honest truth is, just get it done. It's so much better just to get something done, even if it's not perfect, than to have not done it at all. The sort of mental trauma you'll put yourself through by not doing it is a whole lot worse than any possibilities around failure or embarrassment or anything that might come out just because you've done it. You'll have something to celebrate. Imperfection is where the growth happens. This is where progress is made. This is where improvement begins. So how do we tackle procrastination? What the hell do you do about it? First up, let's acknowledge the fear holding us back. That's generally speaking what it is. And it's okay to be scared. It totally is okay to be scared. In neurological terms, this is just your brain's way of keeping you safe. Your brain doesn't want you, or your brain knows you don't want to feel embarrassed or risk failure or whatever it is. So it will do whatever it can to stop you from taking action. However, instead of letting the fear control you, try to acknowledge it. Take a deep breath and remember that this is all part of a journey. And ultimately, you want to get to the goal that you're trying to achieve. You've just got to get past this fear, these blockages of procrastination. In that, let's redefine perfection. So many people have this idea that it's a good thing to be a perfectionist. Oh, I'm a perfectionist. Well, that actually, sorry to tell you, is an absolute load of crap. Perfectionism is so detrimental. It's an elusive mirage. You know, life is a collection of ups and downs. You can't have the good without the bad and the success without the failures. And it's what makes your life uniquely yours. So celebrate those imperfections. And more importantly, celebrate yourself where you've pushed beyond your comfort zone and did something and actually achieved something that you've been trying to do and but putting off. This makes your goal seem less daunting, but also gives you a sense of accomplishment along the way, allowing you to celebrate, course correct, pivot if you need to, learn new skills along the way, and not have to do the whole damn thing all at once. That you can ease yourself as you go through your tasks if they are really big, because that's something else that we use as an excuse to procrastinate. That things will change along the way. What if the goalposts move? So better not start in case the rules change halfway through. That doesn't work. Life is a constant evolution of things out of your control, things in your control. You just have to work with what you have, go forward, and know that it's the journey along the way that is I guess the most important bit rather than the destination. You're climbing a mountain. It's the act of climbing the mountain. That's the cool bit. The view at the top, yeah, is amazing, but the achievement is actually in the doing. And another strategy around not procrastinating is don't get bogged down in the details. People think, I come from a management. Hi, how you going?
Very well. How are you?
Good. Okay, so another strategy is to not get bogged down in the details. People think that they need to do SMART goals. I come from a business background and it's all very structured and dry and specific and measurable and achievable and relative and blah, blah, blah. This just isn't true. I mean, for complex businesses, I get it. But for life, I think a much simpler approach is so much better. And let me tell you, there are plenty of super successful people who do not use this method. So what do I mean? So instead of saying I need to go to the gym 5 times a week, lose 5 kilos by the end of the month to be specific and measurable and timely, maybe just start off with I need to move my body in some way for 20 minutes every day. I need to make better food choices each day so I'll feel better and healthier by the end of the month. And that way you can actually achieve that within the madness of modern day life. You can find the time to move your body whenever and wherever it suits you, while you're brushing your teeth or while you're hanging out the laundry or whatever, and not feel that guilt of failure if you don't go to the gym and if you don't lose X amount of kilos. Plus, the results you experience might not be in kilos. You might have less bloat, clearer skin, better sleep, or so many other things that are about just feeling better that you can celebrate. Whereas if you get too bogged down in the details of setting a very specific SMART goal and you don't get there, then some people get hung up on those details. Whereas celebrate your progress. Have it so it's, especially when you're starting, you're gentler on yourself. You know, you're making massive changes in your life. Getting all weighed down in some very specific and possibly unachievable goal just isn't helpful for you. And lastly, to help you overcome procrastination, create a super supportive environment. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and motivate you. physically and virtually. If you can't, personally connect, get on socials, get on Instagram, follow some people who resonate with you, who are your people. Get into groups. There are so many. There's a group for everybody, where you can share your goals and share your progress with these people. And you may even be able to get an accountability partner, and you can celebrate your wins and have people who are on the same journey just like you, cheering you on. We are the product of the 5 closest people around us. So you think carefully, choose carefully about who you surround yourself with, because this has a massive impact on your life. And if you're surrounded by people who aren't changing, aren't growing, who are procrastinating, who watch Netflix and binge on Netflix and TV and junk food, and you want a happier, healthier life, then you've got to find ways to surround yourself with better people. That doesn't mean you don't love the people that are in your life, but they're not going where you're going. And so I am so glad that I didn't procrastinate on this episode, because I think we've explored quite a lot of today's topic. I think we've gone through some really practical ways that you can overcome procrastination and make changes in your life to live your best life. And remember, the power to change your life is in your hands. So embrace your imperfection, overcome procrastination, own your crap, and take those steps towards achieving your goals and dreams. And as always, if you found value in today's episode, please share it with someone who you think needs to hear this message. Please rate the podcast wherever you're listening to this, and follow it so you get a notification when next week I haven't procrastinated. 5 o'clock on a Thursday morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time, this hits the airwaves. And as always, just keep creating the life you deserve. Own your crap, carry it with you. You can't change the past, but you absolutely, hands down, can change every detail of the future and make your life amazing. So have a fabulous week. And yeah, we'll catch you around next time.